All right, welcome to this huge new moon that we have going on in about, I guess, 4.5 hours. And I've been feeling the energies coming in. I have South Node in Aquarius, and there's just massive Aquarian energy. If Louise Eddington is in this group, and she's my astrologer and my friend, and she did a really good rundown of all of February on her YouTube channel, and I really suggest you look at it because everything is opening up right now, and the energetics feel very different. And the last thing that we want to do is to resist it because this shift of Pluto, from this plotting, serious Capricorn into this revolutionary Aquarius, it means big things for all of us. I know that, the 15 years of Pluto and Capricorn were, I mean, I learned a lot and there were some really, really profound breakthroughs, and it was huge in my life, but it was hard and it was a slog, and the energies are different now. And if just accept that um, things are going to be received in different ways than they used to. The energetic geometry has really, really shifted. A lot of the themes that I'm seeing in clients are also playing out in, every part of my life. It's really exciting stuff. But some of the highlights over the last couple of weeks are relationships, um, how we create the boundaries and still love people and love ourselves. Um, the question of what is the healthy masculine, right? We've been under this toxic masculine, right? The patriarchy for so long. What is the new masculine energy that is coming in? And that I'm seeing that, just weaving all over the place. The biggest thing from this entire period of time, the last several months, until now, is we need to embrace every part of ourselves. And I'll actually refer to this. I mean, I've known about internal family systems for quite a while, but I haven't actually read the book. I experienced it with, some people that I was working with. But I strongly suggest you, look at that work because this is the time to reintegrate ourselves. I've been doing a lot of inner child work with people. And it's not like the really scary stuff that I used to do, or the stuff where I'd go in, like inner child would be, in a very bad situation. It is the joyful inner child. And yesterday it was funny. I'm just having all of these synchronicities. And one of the things that the guides have been saying to me is stay in your joy. Keep following that frequency of joy and of heart. And today I had an astrological reading, and that came up. But I think I messed up my punchline. Um, but yesterday I had this picture. It's been on my altar for a really long time, and I got it. Oh, look, I can actually make sure that it doesn't have a glare. Okay, so I got that from a thrift store, and I have three children, and I also nursed them for an extended period of time. But when I bought it, the nursing child there and the breast were obscured by the um, by the price tag. So I really like this, and I put it on my altar because it's for my three kids. Um, and yeah, yesterday it fell over on the altar. There was no reason. There's no wind over there, and I swear that I never processed this. This is what is on the other side. This is what came up when it fell over. And I think you can read it. It says joy. But you know, I always know that I'm on the right track when I get these synchronicities. Um, and that is exactly what's been happening, right? It's like joy comes up, the inner child work comes up. It's really quite something. Um, so the key thing right now is don't resist the energies that are coming through. They are deeply, deeply transformative. And just remember, it's new energies will feel unfamiliar, um, but nothing is out to get you. The waves of evolution that are sweeping across this planet right now are all there to propel you into the next phase of your life. That is what this is all about. And this new moon, I think it's affecting me a little bit differently than some other people. I'm hearing that people are kind of agitated and jumpy. So if you're feeling that way, you're right in sync. You're right in sync. But things will be shifting. Tomorrow is the beginning of the celebration of the Chinese New Year. And I think I've told you all this many times. I always um, felt like, January 1st was not New Year. It always felt kind of weird and, uncomfortably liminal in January. And um, as usual, it feels like this is the beginning of the new year. We've been doing so much purging, right? So much releasing, so much internal reorganization. So things will begin to shift. And as I mentioned earlier, Louise's video on which covers the whole month really is really, really helpful. Yeah, because it's extremely eventful at this point. All right, so let me see if there is anything else. Oh, um, okay. One of the reasons that I was talking about the book um, is that when there are new energies and we begin to ride them, parts will come forward that are trying to keep you safe, and they will say things like, why are you so happy? There's no reason to be so happy. It'll say, oh no, you need to be much more serious about this. It'll say, why are you happy when you're supposed to be working on this or that? And we need to tell that part to calm down, right? Because new energies mean the unfamiliar. And these parts live in the past, right? All they know is what happened before. So we are not attacking our parts. We're not throwing them in the trash can. We are loving them and thanking them for helping us and for protecting us when we were younger and we needed it. So be really, really gentle. Um, I don't think I'm never one for the, hustle and push and so on, but I would say even more so right now, because with this kind of internal reorganization, you've got to just let it happen without, old parts stuck in the past trying to do the reorganization. I'm going to put this on so I can concentrate. I'm also going to take off these earrings. I'm wearing two necklaces now because I tried to switch. This is the Star of Astarte, Inanna, the original goddess. It is literally, I tried to change it out and it is fused. It's fused right here. I can't get it off. I have to cut it. So I guess that was a sign that I needed to keep it on. All right. So let's just settle in. Oof, relax. Oh man, man. The energies are incredibly intense. And I'm just gonna send some through to you. Just allow the energies. Just gently close your eyes and allow these, I won't say vortex, these spirals of energy to float around you. Yeah. Yeah. All of these new energies are here in the ethers, they're in the collective. Yeah. Yeah. And the more that we relax, we begin to get excited, joyful about shaking loose the bonds of the old, welcoming in the new. And so just coming into awareness of your centermost center, that divine spark that is the true essence of who you are. This is the part of you that came here for the soul evolution, the part of you that wanted to witness and participate in this great leap of evolution. And just begin to cultivate that spark, breathing into it, allowing that spark to grow into flame. And now expanding to fill your torso, spilling into your heart space, into your limbs, first your arms, then your legs. And then that soul essence, that vibration of creator, allow it to fill your entire head. And just begin to perhaps even pour out of the crown, so that this purest essence of you is expanding outward, and nothing that is discordant can exist there, because the power, the potency of your beingness, it cannot survive. So just feel the warmth of your soul. And over the course of 3 breaths, allow this energy of you to intensify. And just when it feels like your energetic system is about to burst, send the light of your divine love, your purest essence, down through your chakra pillar, down through your feet, into the ground. Boring through layers, the mosses, the creepy crawlies, mycelium, this energetic network that spans the entire cover of the earth, down further still to the strata of the earth, the stone, the crystals, down to that vast sea of magma, that stored energy that's stored for us, stored for Gaia so many billions of years ago, down further still into the magnetic core, the magnetic heart of Gaia herself, and send that light, that love, that joy, that gratitude to Gaia. And as soon as you touch her heart, you can feel the ancient wisdom, the extraordinary, fertile creativity of Gaia, her billions of years. She's seen civilizations rise and fall. She's seen evolutionary paths rise and fall. And feel as you are sending her the love, her love reflected back. Her fierce, divine, feminine love. Yeah. You are part of her. Every molecule of you, every atom has been some other part of her, a dinosaur, crystal, plant. And so this extraordinary body of yours that is a conspiracy between Gaia and your soul. Yeah. Just allow that two-way flow. And it's not a, you give me this, so I'll give you that. It's just a constant flow of giving and receiving. Nice. And so just imagine that you're very, very firmly rooted in Gaia, in the past, into the generations upon generations that come before you. And now begin to rise up. And some of you I'm seeing have some angels assisting you. Others are going of their own accord. I see a hawk or maybe an eagle. And just imagine yourself still beautifully connected and flowing with Gaia, suspended over the planet. And here you can look down and see the beauty, the lack of borders. And if you tap in a little, you can hear the humans. You can hear all of the beings in this collective consciousness that exists. And it might seem kind of chaotic when you tune into it at first, but then realize that there are beings holding the energy. There are beings processing it, integrating it. There is a great deal of chaos because this is part of the evolutionary shift, but just see that out of this great maelstrom of energy, the laws of the universe still apply. And begin to send love to all of these beings that are presently on the planet, incarnate, simply energy, the ancestors. And not every being is going to send you love back, but as a collective, yes. So send that love. And feel the love of, very diverse group. All of the people who are earnestly wanting their lives to be part of this evolution. We're not just talking spiritual people here, people who are overtly spiritual. We're talking about people who, in their own way, in their own sphere, are creating revolutions, are creating new ways of doing things. Yeah. And send them love, Send them strength. Send them joy. Yeah. Because the strengthening of these energies allows them to realize that they're not alone. None of us is alone in this great evolutionary process. Yeah. So you are still connected to Gaia. You are still sending love and receiving love from all of these beings. And now let's just gently float up to the place where our atmosphere ends. This envelope that encloses Gaia, sustains us, allows us to have oxygen and all the things that we need. So now you're just sitting above it and you realize that it really is just a sliver of atmosphere around the planet. It is Gaia's energetic field. Just admire her. What a beautiful energetic field it is. And now turn your gaze outward from the safety of your home. Look out. And maybe you can even perceive that this little solar system here, with all of our familiar friends, planets, is at the very end of a beautiful spiral arm. Just float above this Milky Way. You'll see that it is beautiful spiral. Just exactly the same spiral that you see when you're letting water down the sink, the same spiral you see in the ocean. It's the lawfulness and the boundedness is the sacred geometry of the universe. Yeah. And that's what we're a part of. And so just send love to this entire galaxy. Most of our guides are from this galaxy. And understand that our solar system is part of this evolution that's taking place in the entire galaxy. Your guides are just reminding you, looking down at this vastness of space and the beauty. They're just reminding you not to get caught up in this matrix, this simulation, which is our society. Because it's not real. It is, when people talk about it being a simulation, that's what it is. Our society, the patriarchy, the ridiculous societal constructs. And just see that it's not what's real. What's real is the glance that you have, the looking into each other's eyes, someone you love, even catching the glance of a stranger who's got love in their eyes as well. What's real is that sacred sense that perhaps you've experienced at the deathbed of a loved one, where everything falls away and all that remains is love. Yeah. And let's cultivate that energy within ourselves. Cultivate that sacred space, which is the many dimensions reality. You're not alone. You are part of this spectacular fabric, this extraordinary tapestry. We are constructing at this very moment. All right, so from this vantage point, you are now triply connected. You're connected to Gaia. You're receiving energy from her. You're connected to all of the beings who are working on behalf of this planet. And now you're connected to all of the beings, and that includes the other solar systems, other planets. Let's just call in your guides through the blackness of space, which we've been taught is a vacuum, which we've taught is empty. It is not. Just allow your guides, whether or not you can identify them, see them, doesn't matter. Just know that you are being held. Great bubble of love. And the guides, sometimes it is really strangely difficult to accept their love because it can feel unfamiliar. We're not used to being loved so fiercely, so unconditionally. We're not used to every little part of ourselves being loved and embraced. Certainly the good parts, but those exiled parts, those parts of you that are embarrassing, every single bit is just being suffused with the light of love. And just allow these bonds to break, just allow these old patterns to, I'm seeing them pop like bubbles as your guides are conducting their, it's not funneling, emanating the energy to you. They are, the influence in the old form of that word. The influence means the flow from the stars. Just allow yourself to be held. There might be some messages coming through. You're feeling some sensations in your body. It's really good. Just allow them. Allow them to spread if they'd like. Just allow. Because as you become more and more aware of these subtle frequencies that surround us constantly, the more that your body and your cells will begin to respond, because our culture of separation, our culture of humans being corrupt and original sin, just allow them to go, because they're not part of you. Every single bit of this programming, every single bit of the people pleasing, all of this, it's not yours. It came from that system. we've all been suffering. Let it go and just allow this wild energy to swirl around you and through you, with you. And again, pay attention. Are your hands tingling? How does your heart feel? How does your head feel? Is your third eye turned on? Can you feel activity in your crown? Can you feel it in your feet? Just take note of it. Just gently observe it. And if it feels right, encourage it to expand. The tingles of energy that I experience, I've cultivated them many years, and it is so healing to allow these things to pass through. Because we think that we have to do everything, that the world is on our shoulders. We have to remember that everything is assisting this evolution. The giant wave of energy is assisting you. And similarly, this giant wave of evolutionary energy is knocking down these institutions that believed that they were in complete control. Nothing can withstand, nothing earthly. I'm just going to be quiet for a couple of minutes so that your guides can talk to you directly. So I'll give you about 2 minutes. Right, so let's just finish whatever messages are wanting to complete. Some of you might be experiencing a lot of light. And there's a great deal of green energy, which very likely is Raphael. Right, So the guides are saying memorize this sensation, memorize this moment, and replay it for yourself as you're going to sleep or perhaps in meditation. Yeah. The more that you can allow these energies to flow, the more easily these constructs and these so-called blocks will disperse and just become a farmer of the crops of your soul. Just cultivate, cultivate. Yeah. Because these energies that I'm describing, the connection to Gaia, the connection to the collective, the connection to the galaxy, the connection to the universe, they're already there. All we're doing is calling attention to it, strengthening it, allowing connection to become conscious. I'm seeing them continue to just wrap it up. And I'm reminding them that they don't have to finish right now, that you are all promising to get back into this state. You'll have the recording available, or you can just capture it, bring it up, summon it at those points when you're waking up, when you're meditating, on sleep. Okay, they say that that is acceptable, but you have to remember you are reminded that you made a pledge. All right, so I've got some pretty funny guys who are kind of poking their heads in, and they're just reminding us not to be so serious about this. With Pluto and Capricorn, a lot of this work was very difficult and dark and, rough. But it's totally different now. So let's approach it with lightheartedness. Let's assume the best. Let's listen to our intuition and trust it. Trust in ourselves. All right, so just gently float back. You might see yourself floating through space. Maybe you're on the back of a clock. Maybe you're just, someone's coming down on a green. It's like an elevator shaft. Yeah, wherever you get there, just come on down. Have a little fun and just see if you can tell how you're getting there. Maybe you're just going poof. Maybe you're tapping your ruby slippers. And here you are now in your chair. Back to this glorious human body, this miraculous body that you not just inhabit, but are part of. Just start feeling into your body. Maybe wiggle your fingers. Flex your wrist. Roll your ankles in a good way, not a hurting way. Nice big deep breath. Maybe stretch. And I'm just seeing all of your energy systems just kind of calming down, settling, becoming a more appropriate size for being out in the world. Yeah, that every single bit of this goodness is now within you. And so just take a few more deep breaths. Sends gratitude to all of these connections that you've acknowledged and strengthened. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes.